again, Kitajima here, how to grow your insurance agency. And today I want to talk to your manager. When your customer says that, that's never a good thing. It's not good for the manager because they will have to take that call, perhaps. You know, you have an upset client, that's never a good thing for business. And it's not a good thing for your CSR because as a CSR, who wants to hear that? I feel like it's an obligation for all agency owners to train their staff, so they don't have to hear that. It's also a better experience for the customer too. So in this video, I want to talk about a way where your CSR will never have to hear that again. So how to handle these, I guess you could call them escalation calls. So I was talking to a fellow agent and he was telling me that half the morning he was talking to this client about just a complaint, and he had to take all this time, and that really slowed down his morning and kind of had him have a bad day. So I want to just share with him and share with you guys my office's strategy on how to handle escalation calls, and and that way you can turn an upset client to a happy client, and also have a happy working environment, happy CSRs, and so you could have a productive day. The first thing I want to share with you guys is, if you guys or your CSRs start sensing that a customer is getting upset, because you could kind of hear it boiling up to that point. Even as you guys sense it, the number one thing we want to do here is get them off the phone as soon as possible. Now, how do you do this? We want to say words like, hey, I understand, your situation. Now, a better word is I agree. That's even better because you're letting them, you're empathetic and you want to understand and agree what they're upset about. And we all know to do that. Now, what we don't want to say is I cannot do that for you. Maybe we should give us some examples out. So some of them could be, billing related situation. Okay, they want a late fee waived. Maybe they thought they have rental car and they feel like rental car should be provided in a claim. Or, it could be some, ridiculous, situations where they just want to have something done without paperwork. Where the company guidelines is that we need it, so maybe they feel like that's not necessary and they're complaining. We have so many complaint calls, it could be anything, but whatever situation is, we want to understand what they want. And sometimes the clients, there's a lot of things going out there in the world and they're very upset about something else and they're taking it out on us. What we want to do is make sure we're on the same page here, because sometimes the client will forget what they're actually complaining about. So after a while of understanding, what they're complaining about, not after a while, as soon as possible, we want to understand what they are really trying to do here. You may want to say things like, so just to make sure we're on the same page, from what I understand, you'd like us to have you get rental car coverage even though you didn't have rental car coverage. Or from what I understand, you want us to refund the last 12 payments you made because you feel that you didn't have a claim, so you shouldn't have to pay that. Again, that's an extreme example, but sometimes you want to say it so they could almost understand how absurd their request is, because they may not even remember. So you just want to be on the same page, or you don't want to say it in a way that's sarcastic, or you don't want to be a smart ass saying that, but you do want to let them understand. So I understand that even though our guidelines is that we're going to need your signature in this particular situation, that you would like us to waive that requirement and just get this approved without having you take care of any documents. And then if that's what once you guys are on the same page, what we want to just say is, okay, great, well, I really want to help you out here, so I want to work on that right away. That's the way to get them off the phone. You're going to work on that for you right away. I want to try my best. This may be a little difficult, but I want to try my best for you. And I'll get right back to you as soon as I get an answer from the billing department, claim department, from the company. That shows them that, you want to try, that you care. Okay, so you don't want to say, that's not possible, I'm so sorry, that's the way it works. Those are the things that will lead to, I want to talk to your manager. B is you're letting them know that you don't have the authorization to do these things, which is true most of the time, or all the time when it comes to complaint calls. So, hey, yeah, I wish I could do this for you, but I don't have any authorization to approve anything like this. So let me try to get somebody who can help us out with this and get approval for us, so we could do blah, blah, blah that you wanted. You're letting them know that you want to try. Okay, you're letting them know that you care. And then, B, you get them off the phone So that way they have a chance to cool down. The last thing you want to do is like, I can't do that. That's not how it works. And going back and forth, back and forth. It's just, a waste of time. So you just say, hey, I want to work on this for you. I'll get right back to you. Okay, this may take me a while. This is a kind of a difficult request, but I'm definitely going to try my best. And then, what can they say? You're going to try. Okay, so you're going to get off the phone with them. And then from there, depending on what the situation is, sometimes it is worth trying. We've had situations where, they wanted the fee waived and we thought it didn't really the request wasn't justifiable, but the company did it for us, so, or they had a little request and they made exemptions for us, so it's worth trying. Get on the phone. That's what we're here for, to service our clients, so we'll try. And sometimes our request is granted, and then that's the easy one. We call them back and say, hey, I was able to do that for you. You have a happy client, and then we did our job. Okay, but yeah, I understand. And this call is more about some escalation calls that are just ridiculous, and you just know you can't even do it. Hey, we're still gonna say we try. Sometimes our CSRs don't even, because it's just not possible. Like, we just know, but we will say we'll try, and then we'll call them back. So the timing on the callback, this could depend on how ridiculous the request was, because if it was, impossible one, then it justifies us calling them back later. Okay, meaning maybe more than 24 hours. If it's a simple one, then you could call them back in maybe a few hours, to give them a time to cool down. Hopefully they didn't even get that mad in the first place, because you said you'll try right away. But eventually we're going to have to call them back. And then we want to say, hey, I try my best, but they just wouldn't do it for us. I think the important word there is us, instead of, hey, they just wouldn't do it for you. They wouldn't do it for us implies that you're on the same team here. I wanted to get it done for you. Like, I wanted to help you. They just wouldn't do it for us. Now here, I want to just say that, ethics is a very important part of our business. But depending on how difficult the client was, maybe we want to add a little exaggeration here, or maybe you may have to, meaning, hey, I tried so hard. I talked to 3 different managers. I spent, half my day on this yesterday. I really, really tried hard, try to get this approved for you. I understand you didn't have, rental car coverage, but you thought you did. So I thought that should be good enough for us to pay out, but the claims department just would not do it for us. It's a lot better than, hey, that's not possible. They cool down by then. So letting them know that, you cared, you tried. Hey, they just will not, refund all that money back to you. Unfortunately, I definitely did try. I knew it was gonna be difficult, but I was on hold for a few hours, but I definitely tried my best, but they just will not do it for us. I'm so sorry. They may understand that, hey, what I'm asking for is a little ridiculous sometimes, and sometimes not. They do have some, legitimate situations where they're frustrated, and we understand them, and we did try. And sometimes, so there's a lot of different variations of the scenario. But regardless, we want to just say that we tried, call them back, say we tried, and then, what if they're still mad? If they're still mad, we'll do it all over again. Okay, yeah, yeah, I'm so sorry they wouldn't do it for us this time. Let me give them a try again. Okay, let me see if I can get somebody else online. Okay, we could do this as many times as we want. We just loop it around as many times as we want. At a certain point, they're going to say, hey, thanks for trying. I understand, because you just won't stop trying for them. So you could do this, every day. We've had situations like that where we have to say, hey, we'll try again, we'll try again. But most of the time, what's going to end up is saying, hey, thank you for trying. I understand. And that's really the ultimate goal of any customer service interaction, is when they're thanking you. That's when you know you did a good job. So a lot of times we could prevent having a potential escalation call to a situation where they're thanking you for trying. And that's really the goal there. And then, sometimes every once in a while, you're going to get some clients where they really do have to talk to the supervisor. So with this strategy in place at my office here, I hardly ever take any calls where an escalation call or someone's upset, because all my CSRs are doing this. Makes their job a lot easier. They don't have to spend any time with any angry clients. It's just a better job, better job for them, because customer service positions could be brutal if they're always dealing with angry clients and they don't know how to handle them and they're getting chewed out. It's just something that I just don't want my customer service reps to have to deal with. So this strategy, they sense a little frustration, I'll work on it right away for you, and then it just simmers everything down, never get anybody upset at us, which is really the right strategy to have. Yeah, the right, better work environment for them, especially, maybe in the, well, any clients too, but when you're dealing with some non-standard stuff, you get a little bit more of this maybe, but you just get, clients that's just are in unfortunate situations in their lives maybe, and they just want to take it on us. They want to talk to a manager. If this is a little bit more advanced version of this tactic, but hey, I will get in there and I will say I'll try, call them back. And if they're really that unreasonable and really have an angry attitude, then sometimes, I will show them that I'm frustrated. They just will not do it for us. I'm so frustrated. I spend so much time, and you start showing frustrations that they wouldn't do it for again, us. They wouldn't do it for us. They just wouldn't not do it for us. I'm so upset. I'm going to give them a try. I'm going to keep trying for you. You just start showing your frustration. And then, I've had situations where customers were trying to calm me down. Don't worry about it. Okay. You tried. I understand. It's not that big of a deal. Calm down. You're okay. So this is a little bit advanced, tactic, maybe your managers could do, or you could do, if you just need to let them know that, hey, I emphasize that, hey, we're trying for you. They just wouldn't do it for us. I'm very upset. I'm on your team here. I agree with you. We should be very upset. And they're like, okay, well, wait, okay, well, I get it. You tried. You care about the situation, and then they'll calm down after that. So just a strategy that I just want to share with you guys, because I just don't want us to have to deal with angry clients all the time. Your CSR is going to quit. Your CSRs aren't happy about going to work, and they don't know how to handle these angry clients, and then you spend a lot of time with them, your production goes down. So just wanted to share with you guys how to handle these customer service calls, because they're very important. We do care about our clients, we want to help them, and that's what we're here to do. So hope this helps, and you guys have a great experience with all your customers. Until next time, see you guys.